Oh, hello. Hi, everyone. Oh, I'm vanished. I'm now not vanished. Hello. I'm gonna turn on the music slightly, because it is loud for me. Hi! I am probably going to sound so exasperated today. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Art Stream. Hopefully, mic okay. Mic, I'm still learning how to use this mic I've been lent. So hopefully it sounds alright. I moved it around and did some settings fiddling, this morning. It is in a new location due to this being an art stream and my mic having to be pointed at my face in a different way. But hi! The reason I say I might sound so exasperated is because I have had a morning and a half. So, basically I've been troubleshooting tech issues all morning, which are seemingly solved. Seemingly solved. I figured out the issue, and I fixed it. Yippee! The other thing that I was dealing with today is my roommate's cat, my mortal enemy who occasionally gets mentioned on stream. She was in heat for 1 week, and then now she's back in heat again immediately. So she has been screaming all day with there's nothing I can do to make her happy, you know? So the beastie is yelling. So you might hear her occasionally in the background. We'll see. She's having a quiet moment. But yes, I was having some time scream back to assert dominance. I won't lie to you, I kind of do. Like, she'll start screaming, and I'll be like, what? What do you want? What do you want? Like, I just start, not harassing her, but just, start fighting her like we're having a domestic. She is a little beast. A little monster, this little beastie cat. Her name is Baby, which is very misleading. I've talked to her about her sparingly on stream. But, yeah, you might hear some baby in the background, we'll have to see. I've done my best to set it up so that if she does a yell, it won't pick up super badly. The worst part of it is for me at least, the sounds of her yelling are so I'm just looking at my little stylus to make sure it's working. The sounds of her chirping and her not meowing, but the screaming of the cat gives me migraines. So if she's feeling particularly rambunctious like she was earlier today, it gives me migraines. There, she just started going again. So due to that, I get very exhausted very quickly when she's like this. Yeah, I don't know if she'll pick up much. You might be able to hear her while I'm talking, but the noise gate might stop her from triggering my mic by herself. She's fucking loud, y'all. She's angry because I'm talking. She's like, oh my god, you're talking? Hopefully it'll go away soon. Oh, the migraine? Probably. Yeah, it got a lot better. It didn't help because I was trying to do this tech troubleshooting, which was an issue with the mic, where basically it was having static and feedback, really badly. And I was so stressed, and I was like, oh my god, I have this 3-hour block today, which my block isn't for another 45 minutes or anything. I just wanted to warm up and kind of get into a groove before, we kicked off with the official period for the, carousel. But I was like, oh my god, I have the block today, and this mic is freaking out. I don't even own this mic. I don't know what's wrong with it. So I was doing all this troubleshooting, because I'm like, because my previous mic also went recently, for those who are aware, which is why I have the temp microphone. My other mic, pardon me, my other mic went. So I was like, oh god, something's wrong with my computer. It's not the mics, it's my PC or something. So I was so worried about that. And then I made a tweet about it, but turns out, long story short, the issue was my phone. This particular mic is a mic that has feedback issues with phones. My other mic was not like that, so I did not assume that would be the issue. So, lo and behold, I'm monitoring my audio, and I'm like, what is wrong with it? I can't tell the coordination for when it freaks out. And then I think I was talking to Atlas, and I was like, Atlas, was my mic being weird on the Dead by Daylight thing last night? And they're like, no. And I was like, what the fuck? So, but then Atlas started, like, giving me a ton of things to troubleshoot among with, like, what I was doing. And I think one of the things Atlas brought up was, like, putting your phone in airplane mode. So I grabbed my phone to Google something and brought it closer to the microphone, and the static just freaked out. It was awful. And I was like, there's no way it's the phone. It was the phone. So my phone's in airplane mode, and now the static stopped happening, at least when I was testing it, and all that. So that was the troubleshooting I was doing this morning. But crisis averted. Cat is where Cat is in her timeout zone. My mic is not screaming at me. We're all good. I was so worried. I was really... If I hadn't figured out the mic thing, I would have either had to borrow my roommate's mic, which their mic is a snowball like my old mic was, so it wouldn't have had the feedback issue. Hopefully. But I either would have had to borrow another person's mic, or I would have just had to be muted. Or alternatively, depending on if I had just, like, if I was just really put out, I would have been like, can someone take my slot for me? I'm so sorry. So, I had a bit of a morning, which is why I'm, like, slightly frazzled, but we're coming down from that, like, the scuff. You know? I need to do a couple tech adjustments because I hate OBS noise suppression. Ooh, do you know about the plugin? There's a plugin that gives a bunch of way better options for, filters and things. I think it's VST... Is it VST2X, or is that just what it's labeled as in OBS? If I think of it, and if you haven't heard of this already, I will try and find the tutorial I use so you can check out these plugins that give you better filters. And currently, I use those, like, plugin filters, and I followed that tutorial, because it kind of gives you, like, a baseline settings and how to use all these, like, you know, the core plugins that they recommend for, like, improving your audio and everything. So like, I use... Here, let me pull it up. We're gonna yap for a bit. So I have noise reduction, noise gate, EQ, a compressor, a limiter, and gain. Gain I only have on because this microphone I'm currently using is so quiet. It is so quiet, and I have no idea why. I think it's because it's a compressor, I don't know. But I have gain on just because this mic's a bit quiet, I find. I need people to hear my tea kettle laughing. It keeps getting cut off by the suppression. Amazing. But yeah, the best thing that this set of filters and audio stuff is for is, like, helping with consistency and having it... And if you put a limiter on your audio stuff, it stops you from peaking above a certain level. So my audio is limited at minus 10 decibels. So I think what it is that anything that goes above that minus 10, like the yellow spot on your OBS bars, it automatically gets, I'll say flattened down to 10 decibel. So obviously it can sound really bad if, like, a really loud noise happens and it has to be flattened down to that, like, limiter. But I try not to make very loud ear-splitting noises very often if I can help it. I just talk loud. But yes, I would say I'd write it down on my phone so I remember, but my phone will kill my microphone, so I'm gonna write it on a piece of paper. I have a notebook that I was using this morning for writing my to-do list on. So let me just jot that down real quick. I don't think I have you anywhere on Discord, so honestly, I'll probably just throw it at you on your Twitter. I'll just slide into your DMs on Twitter and be like, I found the thing. Yeah, and I'll just send you the video that I used, because it runs through everything pretty comprehensively. It will probably look intimidating, because I think OCO's server— oh yeah! Okay, you're smart, I forgot about that. That's true. I'll probably do that then. Yeah, either Discord or Twitter, I'll throw the video link at you. The video will seem intimidating because I think it's like 40 minutes long or something. I think it's really long, but it's not that bad. I skimmed it because I'm kind of familiar with audio stuff, so I mainly just skimmed it so he would be like, here's the ones that I recommend, and here's the settings, you know? Because I mean, like, if you know what a noise gate is, you don't need to watch this whole segment on what a noise gate is. I think the only section I fully watched was EQ, because I didn't fucking understand that. Oh right, I'm supposed to be drawing. Oh yeah, so I got the little tablet with the little pen. This is new. I made this for today. I haven't streamed art in like 2 months. I think the last time I streamed art was when I was doing concept art for for this game. I was doing like this concept art, and that was like June, I think. And I haven't streamed art since then, and I wanted to use today as kind of getting back into form, doing what I'm comfortable with, you know? And I didn't want to make like a whole new scene for art. Like that was my first idea. Was like, oh, I'd do like a special layout, or do layout like these people do a layout, and then I was like, nah. But I did want to make a tablet asset and use the little drawing hand because I think it's very cute. So I've made a new tablet asset and a whittle hand with a whittle stylus. So if I get back into doing art streams more regularly, this will probably be the look TM. No, very little mics. I know gain and suppression. I mean, that's fair. That's basically what you need to know. I tried to set it up so the hand wouldn't clip out of bounds, so to speak, like here and stuff, but that's only if I'm in like the tippy top corner, so we shouldn't have to worry about my floating hand. Oh, you guys can see my cursor on— I'm gonna turn that off. I don't like that. No cursor. You guys don't get the cursor. Where I draw will be a mystery. But yeah, so the last time I did, Oh, hello! Thank you for following Fire Sapphire. Why? The last time I did art on stream was concept art for this game. So it feels fitting that 2 months later I do another art stream where I'm working on, like, finalized assets. So the goal today is to start doing Huzz's, the main character's, character sprites. So I'm gonna start sketching them and, like, going through a bunch of alternate expressions and everything. And then we might start, like, rendering them. Kind of the goal of right now is I'm warming up by working on what the wife's design's gonna be. It's not that I don't have her design figured out. It's more so I haven't drawn it. So the art on the right side of the screen here, this lovely figure is her, drawn by my partner, Link, because I was like, help. It's like, help me. I can't do it. I have her in my brain, but I've done like a bunch of like rough concepts and I don't know like how to do it. I don't know what to do. So, Link did this concept that I really like, cause help. Basically, cause I'm collaborating on the game with my roommate and friend, Jay, who is doing 3D backgrounds. And I'm doing I'm doing the writing and the programming and the character sprites. But originally, Jay was also going to do the wife, because we wanted to have, like, contrast between the art styles, kind of thing. So, you know, my style's very round and cute, colorful, cell shading typically, you know, that kind of deal. Whereas Jay's style is also pretty, like, it's also very cute and stuff, but it's different, you know? There's a different texture to it. Garsp. So originally we were gonna have the two characters done in two different art styles, but once we examined the workload for the 3D backgrounds that Jay was doing, Jay was like, I can't, no. And I was like, that's fair. I'll figure it out. So, Jay was originally going to design the wife character, but things had to change for the scope. So then I got Link to help me, because I was like, I don't know what to do. I have so much concept art and like so many ideas and like sketches and things, but they're just not clicking, you know, they're just not working. So Link did this concept on the right, which like captured the vibe, you know, because I wasn't sure how inhuman I wanted to go for the wife, if I just wanted to like skirt the line of the Uncanny Valley a bit. I'm not gonna pull it up, but I have like a whole mood board for this game that has just so many like fucked up images. Like, not like fucked up, but like Uncanny Valley, like, you know, like people who are just a little bit off kind of thing. Of like the blacked out faces and the really prominent eyes, but like otherwise human demeanor. Or like the very like stretched out proportions, gangly kind of thing. Like, you know, like that's what I want. And Link's very good at horror and body horror, so that's why I got them to help me out. And I like the concept that they did. So the goal right now is to warm up by working on her and kind of nailing down how I want to draw her in my art style. Sorry, I started this shitpost of Huz to keep my hands busy, and now I gotta finish it. Beautiful. Yeah, the only thing I've done for warm-up so far is I was experimenting with how I wanted her face to be. Because, like, it's that thing where, like, the eye... Because it's just going to be, like, the eye is, like, the only discernible facial feature. So I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do that. And the concept on the left is, I think, how I'm going to do it. Because I don't want her to be purely terrifying. I want her to be cute in like a fucked up kind of way, you know, like a fucked up cat, you know. So I like this particular style of the eyes, where the pupil is like still inhuman because it's like super large, especially in the context of like this completely like blacked out face kind of thing. This was one of those styles on my mood board that I had where it's like the partially shadowed face or like fully shadowed in like this, which I think this is what I'm gonna end up going with. Go wild. Go crazy. Those dilated human eyes? Yeah, exactly. So I think cause like, for reference, in terms of like the range I've had for trying to figure out how I want to do her, I can find the concept art actually. I showed this months ago and we were here before, so to speak. But, like, the very first concept I drew of what she would look like, where is she? She's had a glow up, I think you could say. There, this. Which I might still do something with these proportions, like that real gangliness. But she's become a lot more human in a way that I don't mind. In a way that I think is good for me. But, like, this is from the first round of concept art I did friggin' months ago now. And you probably can't tell. Here, let me trace over this in a way where people can kind of see a bit better. So her head stops here. This is all hair. Kind of, like, not correct proportions. That's her neck. To give it, like, this line, that is her neck. So, like, my original idea was, like a broken neck, like, twisted and, like, really messed up. Pardon me, I'm sipping water. Because I imagine her with, like, these long, inhuman limbs, like that Uncanny Valley, especially, like, from a distance. And there's some CGs in the game, like, some artwork for certain scenes, where she, like, I had this very clear image of her peering and just her head, like, too heavy for her body, like, tilted and brought, it's so hard to describe, I think, but tilted and brought down in such a way. Star, I'm just really quickly adding you on Discord because I just saw your ping. I don't know if you have just open DMs or not like I do, but... friendship. But yeah, so I want to take Link's design and try and do some concepts coupling it with this original idea of, like, the messed up limbs, like the broken neck. Because there's a bit of that in Link's design where you can see she has the craned neck, because, like, we talked about it. And I was like, yeah, I imagine, like, the fucked up net, the way her head's kind of tilted and the hair shadows her face and everything. But yeah, so that's what we're doing right now as kind of our warm-up. And then we'll be working on him. This is my paper sketch for the sprite, which I'm gonna do up all pretty and everything. But yeah. So that's the plan. This game's due in about 2 weeks. Glances at clock. Yes, in about 2 weeks. So the writing is almost done. I wrote a bunch this morning. So the writing's almost done. The 3D backgrounds are being worked on. And we're starting the art assets today. It's all very doable. That's right. Yeah! Yes, that's the game jam this is for. I'm really hoping we get it done in time. The scope on the backgrounds and just the timeline on those might might push us over. But Jay's working really hard to get them done. I feel so bad. Because back in February, I was like, hey, I think you should start on the backgrounds. Like, way back in February. And they were like, nah. And then, like, every month, I'd be like, maybe you should start on them now. And then they didn't start them, I think, until June or July or something, like, when the actual game jam started. And unsurprisingly, 3D modeling 6 to 10 backgrounds, I don't remember how many there are, is hefty. But they're doing very good. The ones that are done right now look super sick. So I'm gonna finish for it. I have to refurbish everything. Oh no. A single tear. It's alright, I'll pour one out for you, and then in return you can pour one out for me in case this game doesn't come out for the actual game jam. Alright. Let's do some wife warm-ups. So her sprites are gonna be facing in this direction, so I need to draw her like that. Probably won't start the wife sprites today, but I want to at least get concept art for her done. Agony. I think we're like, yeah, I want like a longer face. I don't know if I want her face to be sharp necessarily. It's kind of just my style to have things. Ooh, that's the wrong one. Have things be round. So I don't know if I really want her face to be sharp. This is the point where I'm gonna get like deep in thought, being like, oh god, how do I want to draw her? That's why I had that text thing up where it's like, oh, I might be quiet while drawing. So I was like, I don't know if like once I get into the zone, how chatty I'm gonna be. I gotta get used to the yapping again. Alright, so... I like the idea of having this extra hanging strand. I like drawing like the long like sheets of hair, the curtains. I find it more fun to draw curly hair, and I'm, like, better at it, or, like, puffy hair or whatever, but, like, stylistically, it's very fun to do these, like, this very, like, straight hair. So I think I'm gonna do her face, like, fully blacked out, rather than having, like, the shadow. I think I like it better. Yeah, with the scope of this game, it'll be really interesting to see if I get it done in time. I definitely can, I just gotta, like, knuckle down. I accidentally kind of overbooked my August. But here's the thing, if I hadn't had the tech issues I was having, where I, like, lost, like, nearly a week of time to just dealing with tech issues, I don't think it would have been as bad. But we're doing it. We do it. I do think I want her face to be, like... I'm not quite pointed, but... It's kind of that impression of, like, gangliness that I want. I don't want to round her out too much. Because Huz is supposed to be, like, very round and, like, friendly, and, like, he's a house husband, so he, like, has a softer look about him with an apron and everything. Her... I want to still have some intimidation. Do I want really big eyes? No, probably not. I probably want them smaller. Stop looking at me with them big old eyes. I don't know if Don't Tell My Wife is gonna be like my last Game Jam game for a while or not. Mainly because I want to start being able to develop stuff where I don't have to worry about deadlines as much. Plus, Game Jam games tend to be naturally limited by their scope. And I have some of my other projects that I want to get to. I haven't fully decided which one will be next. I might take a break for a month so I can, like, get some other commitments out of the way. And then get back to game design. Because I think 3 in a year is pretty good, with this being the third one. So yeah, next is the neck. Like, how... Gotta support a massive cranium. I have this specific thing where I want her to look like... Because my style is very cutesy stuff, but I still want her to look like the Uncanny Valley version of my art style. It's really, really weird looking. I think she'll have a natural contrast, because she's gonna be, like, very... She's gonna be very, like, you know, tall and, like, splendidly, and I keep saying splendidly. She's gonna be very tall and stuff, and Huz, in comparison, is going to look very, like, short and stout. Here's the thing, Huz is, like, 6 feet tall, by the way. never acknowledged in-game, but like compared to another human character, Huz is 6 feet tall. She's just massive. She's like a solid like 8.5 or something. Like I haven't done a height chart, but she's just ungodly tall next to him for, you know, obvious reasons. So yeah, I think if I do her proportions like this, I'll drop the hair more. But I'll do that after I get this sketched. And then I will adjust the hair, everything. I'll have to figure out her clothing as well, because currently she's just kind of giving, purposely, she's on purpose giving Mary from Silent Hill 2. That was like the one reference for her clothing I had in the mood board. I was like, you know, this! Which I'll probably have to pull up a reference of Mary, actually, for this. So yeah. Probably drop the hair. Depending on the sprites, I'll probably... Depending on what I do for her sprites, I think I'm gonna try and get more movement in her hair, like Link's concept sketch. For now, it's probably looking something like this. I'll try and add more shape to it, methinks, but... Gotta start somewhere. Oh, arms, right, okay. How we doing with the limbs? I think I'm gonna have one arm going over here for this doodle so I can get an idea of wingspan. The other one I'll just have drooped. So Link's sketch has her posture very, like, wide. I don't know, do I want to make it more slumped? Cause I ever, let's see. She moves, I don't want to say moves like a corpse, but like that's the best, like if I say moves like a corpse, I feel like most folks can kind of visualize or take a gander at like the movement and the heavy weight of the body and the dragging of it that I'm kind of implying here. It's just a matter of giving her that kind of like heavy stance, I think. I was going to decide if I want her where I want her proportions to. Oh yeah, if anyone's curious what's going on here, where it looks like she's holding something. She's just holding his hand. I feel like I should share that. She's just holding his hand. That's not like a plot thing or anything. That's just the cut-off version of the doodle where she's holding his hand. So anyway, what I'm thinking for the proportions, I'm trying to think if I want it to get like spin, like I keep saying spindly. If I want it to get thin, or if I want to like, you know. I mean, that's like, how's that? You have long neck. I'm just gonna color this in black for blocking out reasons. And you have like that elongated sort of torso situation. And then so like for the arms, do you want it to be like, to like thin out? No? So this is kind of like what I'm thinking, but I don't want it to look too top-heavy. You know? Here, we'll just... This is a surprise tool that can help us later, so I'm just gonna tuck it up there. Because it's less her physique that is messed up, and more so the pure proportion of it. So like, gotta not get, like, caught in the weeds of doing anything too monstrous. It's a fine line to walk with designs like these where it's like, I want it to look scary, but also it'll look goofy. Luckily, she's not shown directly a lot, so hopefully that will maintain the horror. I do a lurky and a quick nap, but have a good stream. Oh, thank you. Hi, Atlas. Have a good nap. Hopefully, I don't yell at any point and ruin your nap. Although I do not think it'll be that kind of stream. I don't know if I should, like, worry about her proportions that much. Like, I have to worry about it. One sec. I have a notebook. Where is it? I have a notebook where I sketched all of the CGs in it. Or at least most of them. And I want to see how I use her in the CGs. Because if I keep her mostly obscured or focus on camera angles, I don't have to worry about this that much. Well, I definitely gotta get her hand situation figured out. Yeah, it's mainly her silhouette that I need to nail down, but I already got, like, a solid idea on that. A lot of her is obscured for contextual horror reasons. And sometimes, obviously, it's good to have more than you need. So, like, you're ready. But also, sometimes the bare minimum is enough. I think we'll do our best, is what I think. So going off Link's sketches, she kind of has, like, a sharper thing going on, which I do like. And it helps kind of give that thinness to her hands a bit. I still have to figure out how I want to stylize that for my style. I want to stylize that like fingernails? Do I draw them like literally a little bit sharper? These are the things you have to think about. Oh, and her wedding ring. I forgot about that. Oh, hello. Hello, hello. Doing our warm-ups right now. We're getting our stuff figured out.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah, so just generally kind of like that sharper hand design, which I also like from Link's sketch. You know what? Let's cheat. Let's cheat a little bit. So yeah, I won't thin her arms out too much. They are just gonna be a bit long, though. So I feel like they'll look too weird if I thin out her limbs too much. Ah, pet the bee. That reminds me, did I give you guys a petting BB emote? I meant to do that. I don't actually know if I did. Perfect. Oh, it's still his old design, though. That's what I needed to do. I need to update it to be his new one. I need to make a new one. I'm adding that to the to-do list. Not that I'll do that today, but I need to write it down. I also need to make you guys a petting pixel emote, because that is a toggle now. Or toggle. That is a redeem now. Just gonna... Perfect. The things I gotta try and remember. Ah, man, this Nintendo music has really soothed my soul. My migraine is not an issue anymore. Praise be. And a little too big, maybe. And slightly smaller. Yeah, I think something like that for the wingspan. Where is that gonna come down to? Well, I guess based on our thing, it will come down to about her thighs. We'll see how this actually looks in reference to a full body image. I might bang one of those out for her. Or that might be something I do for my own reference after we do these kind of preliminary sketches. I do want to grab an image of Mary Sunderland real quick. So I want a good look at her outfit. It is shockingly hard to find a good image of her. See, I'd honestly just used the new one, but I don't think they've released a full render of her yet. This is what we will do. So this was the initial idea for the outfit, was something kind of like this, which does not match like her demeanor and her actions and stuff, but something just like stereotypical wife. In the same way that Huz is like stereotypical house husband design, she is stereotypical wife. She is wife. That is her name. She is wife. Alright. So let's see how I feel about this. Because what did Link do? Link did... Yeah, okay. So Link did two versions. Link did this one, which was like the skirt and the top, and then this one had an apron, so that they matched. I don't know if I'll go with the apron idea or not. We'll have to see. That's the fun thing about doing concept stuff live, is you get other people's opinions. I think without the apron's more fitting. I don't think I want to pair them in that way. I think her skirt is already enough of a mimic to the apron, because like theoretically, you know, the shape of her skirt mimics like the shape of the apron on him kind of thing. So I think I'll more so go for that angle rather than directly giving her a skirt. Now it's just a matter of getting these clothes on. I do really like doing my game stuff. It's very fun. So I think this is gonna be borderline in homage to to friggin' Mary. Cause like when I think of like stereotypical video game wife, I don't know why, but I think of this woman. She is the wife, truly and wholly in her freaking game. So she will have like this cardigan on. I guess technically it's a cardigan over a dress. It's not a top and a skirt. I guess how long? I didn't actually think about how her clothes would sit on her. Kind of funny, because I feel like the stuff I yap about during my art streams, people are all like, who cares? I overthink everything. You don't? So I think... First design is long sleeve, the second design looks like it's short sleeved. I am gonna keep it long sleeve. The Overthinkers Club. It just means I'm detail-oriented. That's all that means. Oh god, I forgot her waist. I forgot how thin I made her waist, which is intentional, but like still, I'm like, oh god. Eat a vegetable. Put some weight on your bones. So yeah, this will probably have like flowers or something on it. Oh, a classic song. Oh goodness. Oh, hi! Hello everyone! Hello creative carousel enjoyers. Hi! Welcome on in. We've been warming up. We've been hanging out for a little bit, but hello! Oh, thank you for following! Hello, I hope your stream went well, I hope your block was good. I was peeking in here or there, but I was troubleshooting this morning before stream. But I hope it was good. I hope you finished your magical girl. It was very fun popping in and like seeing the development of the character. But hi everyone. I gotta do an introduction. Hello everyone. I am Pixel.gamer, also just known as Pixel. I am an artist and game developer, but I mostly stream games right now because I love playing video games. Currently we're working on some art for my upcoming game. Currently it's concept art for one of the characters, but then we will hopefully be moseying on over to sketching and possibly rendering some character sprites today. I hope everyone's having a good time with the Creative Carousel. And I hope everyone can, chillax and vibe. Thanks for the free floppy disks. You can store so much information on them. It's actually really funny to look up how much data storage a floppy disk has, and you're like, oh yikes. You can store a single image on each of those floppy disks. But hello to everyone. Lurkers are of course appreciated. I hope people enjoy this. We're probably gonna be pretty laid back. I'll be like yapping, but we're gonna be like Nintendo tunes and casual yapping. So this will be a nice chill time. I wonder, is there any folks who have been like coasting through the entire carousel? There's probably at least one person who's, like, watched every single stream or something, right? That's like a fun challenge, I could see folks doing that. Oh my god, what bad timing, ads? Let's see, will Twitch give me my controller? Give me my thingy that lets me at least pause the ads. Oh, maybe it won't because I dismissed it earlier when I was trying to fix something. Where is it? Run an ad, no, stop an ad. Oh, snooze ads! Give that. Give it to me. Snooze. There we go. I've been able to watch them all. I have not either. I've been really trying to at least pop in and, like, lurk for a bit on everyone's, but, like, I could not imagine trying to hit all of them. Been trying, but silly responsibilities and sleep keep disrupting my plans. Damn. No, that's what's been getting me, too. I'm, like, lurking on Twitter, and I'm like, okay, who's live now? And then I'll pop in and, like, hang out for a little bit, and then it's like, I can't stay. Low-key, I try, but I can't leave my PC on overnight. That is fair. Stream was good, got the magical girl done, had an awkward amount of time left. I'm low-key worried about that. That's why I was like, let's do warm-ups and do character design first, and then we can start on the sprites, just so I don't, like, run out of what I want to work on stream. Pixel! Hi, I'm Munchie. I'm very excited to see the folks from the Carousel. I was, like, glancing at the time, and I was like, oh, 45 minutes. Oh, 30 minutes. Oh, 10 minutes. I was waiting, I was primed. I have no joke, 420 megabytes. The average Foxy disk converts 1.4. Perfect. Oh, thank you for following. I'm not following. I do that all the time. I feel so bad. I do that to people constantly, where, like, I'll follow them on Twitter for ages and, like, love their work, and then I'll go to their Twitch, not following. Been following some people for, like, multiple years at this point. Don't follow them on Twitch. And I have to do, like, that little follow of shame. One time, I was so embarrassed to not be following a mutual on Twitch that I waited until they weren't live. Like, just on a random day they weren't live, and I just kind of snuck in and did that real quick. I was like, okay, we're just gonna follow, and let's hope they don't check their activity feed. Supposed to be in a meeting right now, but the link they sent us weeks ago doesn't work. Oh my god. I also hope that gets fixed, Star. Holy crap. That's like classic, like, online work, like, office corporate shit, though. Oh, right, her hair's gonna droop in front of all of this, so I don't really need to draw it, do I? Let me just... You... But yeah, so I am working on some art for my game that is hopefully going to be finished for this month, called, Don't Tell My Wife. It is a, like, narrative horror visual novel that I'm making for a game jam, and you play as this guy, Huz, as he attempts to, how do I word this? Enact a plan without his lovely wife finding out. This is his lovely wife. This is a concept art by my partner on the side there. I won't tell her. That's kind of the overview that I give, because it's one of those things where I'm trying to write a story that has a bit of a twist, a bit of a writing quirk to it, you know? So it's been fun. I hope the vibes, it passes the vibe check, so to speak. But I've just been having a lot of fun with it. I am very fond of this overall game idea. Had it like months and months and months ago, so it's just fun to like get it going and start like the script writing and the character design and everything. Just because I've had it on paper for so long. But yeah, we're going for like this monstrous kind of like this uncanny valley, truly. mind's still too big. So I don't want to give the impression that she has these, like, necessarily big meaty claws. Just kinda average hand, for her proportions at least. Alright, I snooze. I'm gonna snooze the ads again. We'll do one more snooze so we get 5 more minutes. And then we'll have to let the ads rock out so we can be ad-free for an hour. I figured the timing's pretty bad. I don't want to slam you guys immediately. I'll at least buy you dinner first. Silent Hill character there for? Oh, yes, I have Mary up because she was the idea I had for, like, the clothing for the wife character. Like, when I think of video game wife, I think of Mary Sunderland. So I had her up as reference because I want to, like, pretty hardcore reference her outfit. Not color-wise, but sort of that, like, dress with the cardigan over it kind of thing. But yeah, these concepts here were drawn by my partner because I was like, help. Help, I can't visualize this. I need a second opinion. But yeah, no, I have her for reference, because she's, like, immediately what I had in mind when I was thinking of, like, the look of this character. I also just really like Silent Hill. So, paying homage to it is good. Good for me. Oh god, which hand is your wedding ring on? Not the one that's in this image, I don't think. Or is it? No, it would be her right hand. No, left, right. Our right, her left. So it is the hand that's in this image. I'm very bad with directional things. I'm the kind of person where I need to figure out which, like, hand someone has up. I, like, use my own hand for reference kind of thing. But no, this would be the hand that has a ring on it. Let me add her ring. Oh my god. Ugh, my brain. So it would be this one, I believe, that has a ring on it. Left and right hard. No, you're correct. It's so hard. I gotta be an artist, and I gotta know my lefts from my rights, but I don't. I can't see images in my head. I'm already at a disadvantage. Alright, so this is kind of like her proportions. Her cardigan... Here, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to essentially red line over this real quick. So we have the cuff, and then do like these really... I'll probably shorten the cuff of the cardigan, actually, to show that it doesn't quite fit her long arms. I'll probably adjust that here in a second. The cardigan's gonna go to, like, here-ish. Or something like here. And then there's the dress, which will probably go to about her knees? And then there'll be, like, stockings, and the shoes. I thought that was blood. Not yet. I'm just muted for a second. My roommate is home. Alright, I'm back. I was just talking to my roommate. Alright. So I think that's roughly the way the clothing is gonna fall. Ads are in 5 minutes. To heads up. We do the whole 3 minutes of ads, so we're ad-free for an hour. So like it's consistent and we always know when ads are happening. So for raiders or anyone who's been hanging out for a little bit, take that as your opportunity to go use the washroom, go get a drink, go get a snack. That is what I would recommend. Ads on Twitch are nasty, but we gotta do our best to make them work for us. Using them as a healthy break is never a bad thing. So yeah, I think I'll like make it come down a little short. Do like little bracelets or something. Yeah, so something like this. I didn't think of a color scheme. Maybe I'm gonna use this doodle as a color scheme test. Let's see. So, for reference, let's get Huzz's colors up. So I don't know if I'm gonna give them necessarily complementary color palettes and stuff, but I think they're both gonna have the dark hair. I did toy with the concept of, like, not just her face being, like, the Uncanny Valley blackout, but, like, everything. So we could see how that looks, and if it looks too odd or not. It might look odd with her hair being so dark. But I don't think I want to give her, like, a light hair color. So yeah, I want the dark hair. Let's see. Borrow your eye color here real quick. So let's see, how does this block out if we... This will make silhouette a lot more important if this is how I decide to. Don't know if the wedding rings are gonna be gold yet or not. Oh, I don't think I did art of him with his wedding ring on. Although I don't think it really shows up in any of the art I have planned for him. I'm gonna make it gold just so it stands out more. So if I did this, I probably would have to change her hair color. I do think I would. I kinda wanna try like a full Silent Hill Mary reference where I just used the hair color as well. I mean, the light brown still kind of works. I wouldn't want a blonde. Alright, let's figure out the rest of these colors. These warm colors, I wonder if I should try and have her be cooler colors. That's the thing! Do you make them complementary or do you not make them complementary? Let's stick pretty true to form right now and see what we can get away with. I do really love character design. It's a good time. think I want to make the cardigan like a yellow, like a desaturated yellow. Because red's already such a big part of his design that making her main color also a red won't really work for me, I think. Ooh. I don't like that. I do. One sec, I'm just fixing my posture as I lock in. I think the yellow could be good. It does go good with her brown. For the hair. Just casually move these layers around to get them all in a folder. So I want to make better contrast and like more visual interest. Oh, the baby's screaming again. Cat, she yells. So I need more contrast between the hair and the, like, line and skin. This is too dark, obviously. So let's, like, just gradually surround this. I think just giving her, like, dark brown hair is kind of that, like, happy spot with it. When I render this, I'll probably want to add, like, a texture to it. Because if everything, like, it feels a little plain, you know? Because Huz has, like, the stitching on the apron, the pattern, like, the sweater thing. I feel like she needs a little bit of that, too. I think just, like, adding, like, a pattern, you know? Like, that kind of knit kind of pattern. Oh my god, I don't want to draw it a million times, but... Welcome back from ads. We're cooking, as they say. Do I have a brush that I could use for, like, a pattern? You know what? Work smarter, not harder. Let me look for something real quick. Just even as a placeholder while we figure this out. Man, I miss Swap Note and, like, Flip Note Hatena. I say that, by the way, because the song's from Swap Note. I was, in fact, a Flip Note Studio kid. I was out there making flip notes. Let's see if I can find like a brush or something that can just quickly mimic what I'm looking for. There. Alright, I got one. Come on, new asset, load in. You can do it, I believe in you. This is what I get for having so many. I have a lot of downloaded assets. I got a lot of them. Alright. I think this is like my sign to clean out my Clip Studio Paint downloads. Here, that'll probably take a second. I also gotta decide what color I want the flowers on her dress to be, actually. I got distracted. Expand Kong. I was wondering if everyone was gonna comment on the DK music. I find Nintendo music, it relaxes me. It relaxes me and makes it. Alright, I'm going to borrow this really quickly so I can cheat. Because I don't want to draw all this out on a sketch, but also I need it for visual reference. Oh, the line's so thin. Let's see. Isn't it the worst when you download an asset and it does not match your style at all? Alright, I just need a placeholder so I can go over this later and make it look better. But what I was talking about, what I was trying to verbalize, is sort of that, like, knit pattern, like this one. So this will not look traditionally good, but I just need it here. So when I draw her later, I remember to do it. God, the song. There, kind of like that knit look. There, so that's there for my own reference. And yeah, the color of the flowers. This song fucks. You are not wrong. Oh god, I should play Mario Kart on stream. God, I really am due for that. It was unnecessarily hard. This is like born into the brains of so many children. It lives there truly rent-free. Alright, I'm gonna merge some of these layers together. Well, I've kind of locked in on this. I will keep the cardigan on a separate layer. Just because I might play with the color of that a bit. Because I do like the yellow, but... I do like the yellow, but I'm really wondering if I should, like, go for that pink or not. I get in the weeds of color palettes a lot. A famous quirk of mine. So I will be pondering mine orb that is these colors. I should really see how it looks with the cool colors, actually. No, I definitely don't like that more. Because if I do the, like, blackout thing for her, like, entire skin, and do her hair as, like, a dark brown, which I do want to do, it would mean that I need her clothes to be pretty light colored. Also, if you wonder why I keep vanishing, it's because I have a number keybind for my costumes. But I have to hit the numbers to type in the values I want. I'll stick with yellow. I could go... You know what? Actually, wait. Thinking with my brain. What about, like, a desaturated green? I don't work with green a lot, but, like, if I made this, like, more green, and, like, I desaturated it a bit. More desaturated. I feel like green could be something. Like a foresty kinda... You know? She's in the woods a lot, you know? It would fit the vibe. I'd make the underdress not be this, like, green color. I'd probably make it a more classic off-white. Let's be open-minded to green. I think it's good. I think the only thing is that I do want... Unfortunately, I do want it to be like a darker green, but that's like really hard. I think that's probably as dark as I could get it. Do I do like a richer green or like the lime green? I do like that better than like that lighter color green. See, I never really thought about our color palette before this point, so like we're really in the thinking cap stage, you know? Thinking. Yeah, we'll roll with this for now, because worst comes to worst, I can revise a bunch of this stuff while we're not live. I could also, like, add cuffs to over here. I should probably use the actual line art color. There's a design quirk I could do. Oh, but it's a dress. It's not a shirt, it's a dress. I was saying I could, like, cuff it to kind of, like, spread the color out a bit. We do be thinking. I'll go with the cuff for now, see how it looks in the full body, but I think I will add this cuff idea. Because it also... Because there's the skirt to show off the flowers on her dress, but because the sprites will be from like halfway up, I'm kind of worried they won't actually get to be shown off that much. Oh, yes, and also flowers. I get to figure out what flowers I could placeholder for now. Oop. Close this. Keep clicking to it by accident. So I could do the red from Huzz's sweater. It's kind of like the thing for the flowers. Kind of have like the red with the green and have like leafy bits. I'm gonna use this as placeholder, but I'm gonna use red. I think I'll do red flowers, like the leaves and everything. Because at least it matches her cardigan with the red, you know? Yeah, no, I definitely like green better. Right, let's kind of block out these colors a bit more. It's a Mario Kart song? What is this? Oh, it's, it's 3DS system music. Okay, one thing I want to try really quick is just like, what if I made her like Dirty Blonde, you know? What if? Oh god, what horror character does she look like? God, was it Jennifer? Wait, I think I've just made Jennifer from... Is it Rule of Rose? It is! God damn it! At the end of the day, you just make characters again. That's so funny! Her color palette's just... I just made like a really fucked up version of Jennifer. Oh god, I gotta play Rule of Rose on stream sometime. Too frustrating to try and beat, but like, oh my god. It's so fun. No, that really is the vibe we have going on. Although the stockings can't be dark because of color blocking, but that's fine. Alright. Let's do the other thing I wanted to do and see what blonde looks like. And then I think I'll stop fiddling about here and I'll do like a few more sketches of her maybe just to block out her full body. And then we will start the sprites. This has been a good warm-up though, it's got like my brain turning. Alright, what the hell does blonde look like? What genre of blonde do I even do? Ooh, no. I'll just subtly make it more like dirty blonde. I don't think think I like that as much. No, I like it warmer. I don't like the yellow. I prefer the warmer brown. Remember, artists, name your files. Don't be a fool. Make sure you name your files. All right. Alright, so we got like an idea down. Probably improve that later for contrast as well, because if you look, contrast is not very good. Her hair and the cardigan are kind of the same mid-color, whereas like the dress itself and like the thing I have going on for like her skin and everything is good contrast. But either the hair needs to be darker, or we need to giving her a new outfit. Not quite, we're kind of like figuring this one out. Oh, the reason this character on the right is there is because I did these colors and I was like, wait, I've just made Jennifer from Rule of Rose. If you look, it's very similar color palette. Not intentional, mind you, but the realization hit me like a truck when I changed her to green. That's why she's there. I can also close Mary now. We're concepting. Yeah, I'm just gabbing about colors and stuff. Thinking of ways to make this more contrasting, you know? But I'll worry about it later. I'm done with this for now. Shapes and colors. That is the vibe. I do want to steal this room. So the last duel I want to do is to try and do quick, proper kind of breakdown of her. And then I'm done with her and I want to get to doing sprites. Put you over here so I can hit you. Just gonna move the mic slightly. I keep like turning away from it. Alright. Not that thick. So either way, colors. I don't play. Kind of want to play Field of Mistar before doing art. I want to buy that game so badly. I've been holding it off because I have too much stuff I need to get to in like these next 2 months for like games and different things to do on stream. But oh, I have been looking. I've been tempted. I might wait till it goes on sale. Only 15? Yeah, it's pretty cheap. It's like 20 Canadian, I think. So it's not that bad. The carding kind of like... I want to do this, like... Comes down. There's a little split, maybe? Just a little... Kind of ends there. That is the dress, which is gonna... Alright. I wonder if I should make her hair longer. See, her hair goes like halfway down her back in the other design. Nah, it's Jill. Flowers on the dress. Some like big ones as well. I have to look up flower language later and decide what like hidden meaning on her dress that I want to put because of the flowers. Stick with the cuff design because I do like that. And she's gonna have stockings on. Right. God, this is a good playlist. I'll probably do those, like, little, like, house slipper kind of shoes. Like what Link has. It's drawn up. Yeah, that remained pretty accurate proportion-wise. Good. Shrink. Like I can make her look like she's smiling. Isn't she precious? She's so friendly. So cool. Alright, let's close some stuff here. Any particular reason she's silhouetted? She is meant to be in the style of, that sort of uncanny valley, like, shadow people sort of thing. So, like, those kind of styles where, like, all you can see is, like, their eyes or something, and it's like, oh, it's scary. So she's meant to look like that. The reason she's fully silhouetted is because I feel like it would look weird if she just, like, had skin. You know what? I didn't. You know what? Real quick. Sorry. I know I said I would be done. But curiosity. What would it look like if I just no. Like, would it look as weird as I think it would if she just like had skin? Not that this would be her skin tone, but just for the sake of... So, like, that was the other idea I had, was having it look like this. What would actually be closer to her? She'd probably be paler. So I don't know if anyone else thinks that looks weird and stuff. That was like the original idea I had, but I want to experiment with having the full silhouetted look. I feel like this is not as intimidating. Yeah. Again, I might play around with this all a bit more. Yeah, I was talking about it earlier, but I have like a whole mood board of stuff for this that kind of like gives the vibe. And I had like a bunch of different interpretations of this kind of like look. It's like there's so many ways to do it, it's just a matter of like what could look good in my style. And I think this kind of fits a vibe, so. But yeah, that's why she's silhouetted. Alright, so now the next step, now that we've been messing around with the wife's design for a bit. Cute emotes, also cute VTuber model. Thanks, I made it myself. I made all of those myself. I really like the vibe and aesthetic I have going on, so I'm glad other people find it cute as well. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we're gonna actually start on the character sprites now. So we're gonna start sketching final versions of these. I never know when making sprites for Renpai if I should, like, just draw them on a 1080 by 20. Or wait. Not 1080 by 20. 1920 by 1080. Or if I should, like, scale them up so that, like, the file is a higher quality. And then, like, scale them down for use in the program. You know? So this is the concept art earlier. Yeah. Yeah, the wife I hadn't had any visual concept stuff done yet for, so that was my warm-up before the, before we officially got started on the carousel stuff. I also want to work on, like, final assets as well. But yeah, this is a smaller canvas than my usual work, because I'm like, it's just easier with Renpai if I don't have to draw something really big and then re-export it later for a bunch of character sprites. It's also a game jam game, so I can take with a little bit of grain of salt. Best practices are important, but also, lazy. Lazy is not the right word. I'm being careful with where I put my time. Probably like line art size 10 is what this is gonna end up being. But first, we must sketch over this. This is a paper sketch I did to kind of figure out how I wanted to go about doing the sprite and the cropping. But I did testing this morning, which is why this is, like, higher up. because I want him to be tall. Personally use a bigger canvas than the recommended, because if I do that, I can scale it down to the size needed for the game. See, that's what I was saying. Like, I should probably do that, but I mean, it'd be really quick to. You know what I'm gonna do actually is image resolution, double it. There, bigger. Oh, I haven't drawn Huz in so long. I'm so rusty drawing. This is why we do warm-ups, though. I should open more of his reference imagery, actually. This is when the lock-in happens and I get really quiet. I don't remember okay, so I was gonna say, I don't remember the last time that I drew Huz, but I've actually been drawing, been sketching him a bit in my sketchbook. So I do have a bunch of art of him on paper, but not much on computer. Shrinking down an image is a lot easier than blowing up. This is true. This is, in fact, true. You can't scale up without the crust. Yeah. Yeah, I was making the assets originally to size for the ratio of the window and everything. But I know better. I should have just prepared to do it bigger in the first place. Whoop, that's the wrong flip. So it's nice to tell all the images look good up close. This is true. What if someone rips these files from my game? For, I don't know, thumbnail reason? And the images don't look good. I'd be devastated. Is that the right brush? Oh, that's not the brush size. 12. Note to self, I'm working in 12. I wasn't thinking of that, I was just thinking if you need to zoom into a character. But I guess that's something too. It's weird to have people play your games and like do videos on them and stuff. I say that, by the way, because people have played my games, and I'm too much of a coward to watch the videos. Yeah, there's one video I tweeted about, like, months ago, where I was like, I still haven't watched it yet. Oh, the cat, she screams. You don't hear her? Good. As the person who can, you are being spared. I imagine she'll only really come through if I'm talking when she's screaming. Oh, drink water. Hear her when you're talking, yeah. Just imagine that, but constantly. Well, not constantly. She's having her moments. But no, she's not being that bad today. Could definitely be worse. What games have you made? I've made technically 4, but I count it as 3. In college, I made a text-based game for an assignment called Magicafe, which I then later remade about a year or 2 years later. It was remade as like a visual novel with art and rewritten and everything. And then at the beginning of this year, I did a 1-week project for an interactive fiction game called I Want to Make Something Beautiful. And then the last game I did was for a game jam, a dialogue jam, visual novel type, called An Exercise in Emotional Honesty. So due to scope and stuff, I've been mainly making stuff to practice writing. So like interactive fiction and visual novel type beats. This is also a visual novel, of course. How do we play them? I can give you guys a link to my itch.io if you want. You can go look at them with your eyes. You can do this. I'll allow it. There. This one should be up, by the end of the month. But that's my itch.io profile. For those who are curious and want to look at the things. I've never had to acknowledge my games live, so meh. I'm proud of them and I like them, but I really haven't had to deal with people talking to me about them. How do I word this? I don't want to just say I don't care. I don't want to say I don't care what you think, because that's not constructive to creativity and improvement. But, like, I'm satisfied with them and I like them. So if someone doesn't dig them, I'm not gonna cry about it, you know? I think it's just artistic confidence. I could word it better, but, you know. I just noticed something on my Sprite. Is the thing on my Sprite broken? Am I crazy? It is! One of my layers on my Sprite is... I'll fix that later. If no one can obviously tell what it is or thinks it's intentional, then that's fine. But what if we loved them? Do you care then? I do! Which sounds bad, but the reason I care when people like them is, you just don't take it personally. Yeah, exactly, thank you. That's the easy way to say it. I do like constructive criticism, especially because a lot of the stuff I made already is just to practice writing. Because I'm an artist, I've done a lot of art stuff, and you know, I can put a pen to paper. I don't consider myself a good writer. So a lot of stuff has been narrative focused for the sake of practicing getting scripts done. And I've been pretty happy with them. I do care when people like them, because I've had a lot of kind comments on the stuff I've made about what I've written, like, resonating with people, or, like, invoking... Basically, the stuff I've written has done what I've wanted it to do in terms of, like, getting a reaction from people and, like, connecting with people. So I do care when my work connects with people. That's why I make stuff. You know? I just like making stuff. That's why my tagline thing on, like, my site and different places is just, like, making goofy little projects and stuff. Because I do, I just like making stuff. Cool. Hell yeah. That's the thing, there's always, like... It feels like there's always this expectation when you say you make games, and I feel like a lot of people kind of sell themselves short. Because like, the indie scene and the stuff that a single person can do is like, crazy. People are cracked. So I feel like a lot of folks get nervous nowadays when they're like, oh, I make games, and then they make, like, tabletops, or they make, you know, narrative projects, or small-scale things, and there's this inherent comparison to solo development, I feel. So people get shy, and I don't want to be shy, because I'm proud of the stuff I made. But I'm also not good at pitching it, you know? It's that thing of being, like, baby game dev, where it's like, I make things, and I like my things. Don't ask me to describe... Don't ask me questions! But yeah, I have a bunch of game ideas that I've been working on. I just recently did a Twitter thread where I'm like, okay, I have, like, 10 projects that I'm gonna be working on over the next few years. How does everyone feel if I just announce all of them right now? And then I did it, because people wanted to see it, so... Just getting started really- Exactly! You gotta get the ball rolling anyway. That's the thing, advertising yourself and advertising your work is a skill that you definitely have to, like, learn, you know? His apron's gonna cover most of his front, so I don't really actually have to sketch this that that much. One of those things I can fix. And there's, like, you know, a leg somewhere in there. You know, a leg. Oh, ad break. Oh, did I miss it? Oh, I did miss the message. Oops. Sorry, everyone. I forgot to warn you. That's alright. Hopefully folks know that the idea is taking breaks and stuff. Take a break, drink some water. I'm gonna drink water, actually. Wait. Ugh. Water has been drunk. I've been trying to make a point of staying, like, better hydrated recently. I've not been drinking enough water. Alright, so. Hydrate, yeah. Everyone has to hydrate. It's the rules. It's actively not, but I can make it a rule. So I want his arms to be more relaxed. I don't want him stanced up. Let's see. I'm gonna watch my partner play the Magic Cafe TV. I hope you guys have fun. It's a cute little romantic romp kind of thing. Yeah, I originally wrote that in college for a Twine assignment, so it was like originally all text-based. And the whole point of the assignment was like doing branching narrative, so it's like, oh, you know, write a story and have like multiple paths and choices and whatnot. So I made what I made, and then like immediately after I finished it, this was 2020 that I think the original came out, I was like, oh, I should make this a visual novel. You know, I can like, because I designed the characters and everything for it, even though they never appear. And I was like, oh, I should make this a visual novel. And it took 2 years, but on the 2-year anniversary of the college project, I released the visual novel version. So that was December 2022. I definitely have to do art of some of my, the characters from that. Marina, Mary, Darcy. They're all very cute designs, but I just have not revisited them. Oh my god, it's 6:30 already. I think we're halfway through? We're halfway through the slot. Yeah, so the sweater goes down to about here. Okay, I had it right the first time. I don't know why I have the habit of being like, oh, come on, as if I'm chastising, like I'm chastising my tablet. I'm like, oh, you bastard. Yeah, so I think the apron's gonna basically cover up his entire lower half. Bad tablet, bad. You're making the lines look bad. Oop. Don't mind me. Alright, there we go. I was desynced for a moment. Yeah, it's alright. It's gonna be funny to compare the digital sketch to the physical one I did like a month ago. Hmm. My sounds of pondering. Just looking at proportional stuff. In case everyone's wondering. Why is he sideways? It's a bold new direction. I just have it rotated because it's easier for me to draw straighter lines this way. While I fix this. Oh, I'm so sad. If I have him standing in a casual pose, I'm gonna cover up the little bow on his apron. It's not that important, I just really like the little apron bow. Well, sacrifices must be made. Oh god, what is this song? Oh, it's not labeled. I don't know why, but this sounds like Pikmin music to me. What? Oh, just a song that's playing right now. Well, this one's just a classic. Alright. This character is super cute. Thank you. I designed him to be quite the sweetie. Yeah, he was really easy to design. I had such a clear, like, idea in my head for him. I'm very fond of him. Design-wise, I think he's my favorite protagonist I've made so far. There's a few I have on the back burner that I think could beat him out, but, like, in terms of, like, characters that the public knows exists... Oh, actually not true, there is one who beats him. His name's Casey. I posted art of him before. I think Casey's one of my favorites. I don't know why. He's not a complex design. I just think he's neat. So I'm pondering in my head right now. I'm pondering food in my head. And the people will be privy to these ponders. So, so currently what I'm deliberating is, do I order food to have after stream when we raid out and wrap up for the evening? Or do I, like, actually cook tonight? I could, but I could also treat myself to delicious local cuisine as a reward for doing all the stuff I did today. You got ending 6? Hell yeah. I think the original had 8 endings, but I cut 2 of them because I was like, nah, these are just like filler endings. All I'm gonna say is I had a Firehouse meatball sub and it was delicious. Also, hello, been working. Hi, lurking. Hi. That does sound like a good sub. So see, what I'm thinking of is I'm a sucker for ramen, right? And there is a place around here that does ramen. So I'm like, do I do that? Cause get like poutines or pub food and stuff. Like, there's a lot of good options. I'm not even thinking fast food. I'm thinking like good food. Pepperoni pizza meatball sub. God, that sounds good. I did eat today, I promise. I just thinking about food. Local sushi. We do have local sushi as well. I was thinking about that. I've been wanting to try a local sushi place. And I don't get the chance to go there a lot because, Jay, my roommate, doesn't like that kind of food or anything. And we do, like, everything together. So, I would not drag them to a sushi place. Don't mind me, doing what I'm doing to these hands, by the way. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I don't know why I keep talking like that today. That's just built into my DNA right now. I probably got it from someone. I'm really bad for just picking up habits from people. You're allowed to think sushi is bad, just know your opinion is wrong. I understand why it might be an acquired taste, but I do enjoy sushi. Hellos all around. I do think one of my favorite interactions I see in chat is when two people who know each other say hi to each other, because they realize they're both in chat. I think it's a very wholesome interaction. That being said, I tried nigiri about a week or so ago and was not a fan. I will stick to maki. Oh my gosh, I don't even think I have a favorite sushi roll, because I literally have not had that many. I'm not a California roll person, because, like, every, like, grocery store you go to, and, like, any place that, like, carries some form of sushi, even if it isn't, like, actual good sushi, like, just bargain bin sushi, everywhere, it's always California rolls for some reason, and I couldn't tell you why. Nigiri and maki are two different types of rolls. Oh yeah, no, I know. Oh, I was saving the file, that's what I was doing. Oh, don't save it as a PNG, please. I would like to save it as a clip file. Could you imagine I work on all this, and I just save it as a flat PNG by mistake at the end? Ugh. Hello, Ewell. Hi. I think Ewell's been lurking on and off, which is nice. Ewell. Everyone loves to see Ewell. Everyone gets very excited when Ewell's in chat. I sometimes verbally say the things I type. Hello, Ewell is in fact a very fun thing to say. I think I picked up the way I said it from how Faye has said it before. Ewell. That was not a Faye impression, by the way. I think that'd be deeply insulting if it was. Hi, hi. So some say oh well or evil or owl. Oh, that's cursed. Funniest is Eevee. Eevee. To be fair, I don't think I would have said owl correctly if not for like lurking on Faye's stream and stuff and everything. I cannot guarantee I would have said it right the first time. I deeply insulted Faye yesterday. It is fine. I don't know if I should ask or not. Wool. Me when I kill a sheep in Minecraft. Wool. Oh, hello. Hello, Spelly. Hello, creative carouseller. It's going good. We're slowly but surely sketching away the character sprite for video game. We also did some like concept art for the first hour and a half or so for this game as well. But now we're sketching out the base for the character sprites. And video games. We love video games. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do multiple poses with the arms, but for safety reasons, I'm not gonna erase the underneath here. Even if you asked, I don't think I could explain. That is very fair. Alright, let me do some file management real quick within this lovely... Oh my god, my brain just shut off. This lovely file. I need to do some layer management. Because I need to... Oh, and I should also... Flip. Gotta outline where the pattern's gonna go. Goal's kind of to have it like line up here-ish, just because that's easy. Oh! Oh my gosh, hi! I did not expect a raid! Hello, everyone! Thank you for the raid, Spelly does art. Thank you, Spelly. Thank you for the raid. Hello, everyone. We are carouseling. Hello. So I imagine Spelly might have given a rundown before raiding in, but there's an event going on right now. Creative Carousel, where a bunch of artists are streaming art in these like 3-hour blocks, any creative work. And then at the end of our 3-hour slots, we raid into the next person, kind of pass on the momentum. Oh, thank you! Oh, you're very sweet. Thank you. And we pass on the momentum of like the creative energy and everything, and we pass it along to the next person. So you guys have me for about another hour, and then we'll be going on to Glottal. Glott. Yeah, Glottal. We'll go with Glottal. I hope I'm not saying their username wrong. Sorry, I always get flustered when I get raids. I always get flustered. Oh, I should do an introduction. Hello to all the raiders. I am Pixel.Gamer, also just known as Pixel. I am an artist and a game dev. I mainly play games because I love playing games and yapping about them and game dev stuff and everything. But today, we are doing art for one of my games. Yeah. Lovely art style, thank you. Currently we're working on character sprites, like sketching and stuff for character sprites in a visual novel I'm hoping to have out by the end of the month called Don't Tell My Wife. It's sort of like a horror suspense kind of thing with a twist at the end. But we're working on the sprites for the main character right now. Oh, 1 sec, I'm gonna drink some water. Oh, and thank you to Advent for following. I don't think I thanked you directly. But Spell, what were you up to? Were you also doing art, or were you gaming? Hopefully it was a good stream. Just kind of block that out. It was super fun, but the internet worked out. Aw. But also art. Hell yeah. Definitely a lot of art love going around this week, and I think that's inspired by the Carousel going on, so I think that's awesome. I was so excited to see an event like this when it was first going around, and like, the post went up being like, oh, are there folks available who want to do this? And it feels funny to say, I put my name in as like, kind of like, oh, wouldn't that be funny if? And then I got a DM about it. I was like, oh, for real? I was like, oh, dang, for real? So I'm really happy I could be a part of this. It was a very pleasant surprise. But I needed an excuse to get back into doing art streams again. And I made this little tablet asset with the pen and everything for the stream. So it's good, so I now have a new tablet asset for when I want to do streams in the future. It's one of those things I procrastinated for a while. Let's clean this up and merge a few of these layers. I think before you folks rated in, we were discussing food and dinner, because I was like, okay, do I treat myself and buy some delicious food, or like do I cook? I do have like pot stickers and some really good stuff, so I could just make my own like ramen and different things. Also, you're super good, peeps. I'm glad you could be here as well. I hope it gets you more in art streaming. Yeah, because I started art streaming, and then I kind of like fell out of it. Because I got shy, basically. Because I got shy about streaming art and stuff, because there's something, of course, that happens, and this was years ago, mind you, but people would kind of like, they'd kind of be like, oh, why do you do art like that? People would basically comment on the process. And when I was younger, because this was like 4 years ago now, so I think it's fair to say that. When I was a bit younger, it made me a little self-conscious, because I was like, oh, people just won't stop telling me that I draw weird. Oh, that sucks. I don't like that. So, I kind of like gradually faded out of it. Backseat, yeah, basically, right? So I kind of like faded out of it and stuff. And so like I gradually faded out of it, and it was another thing too where I was like, man, I don't have anything like And this is all like, I do not think this way now, but it was like, oh, I don't have anything interesting to work on, or like, I'm bad at talking during art streams, because I like, if I get really focused, I don't talk and everything. And I basically just like built a lot of like self-stigma, essentially, about like, one sec. Self-stigma about like, you know, doing good art streams or whatever. And I just petered out of it because I was like, art will be a me time thing, you know? I won't worry about doing art streams. But like, that's whack because I'm doing so much work on like my game stuff and everything. So there's like more gaps between the work I post. And I'm like, why not share the process? So I had to like get over that essentially. And tentatively, the plan is in a few months, by the end of the year, my goal is to stream 2 times a week, because I do have like a full-time job thing. And I currently usually stream on Sundays. Sunday mornings, ADT, Atlantic Daylight, wink, wink like a commercial. But I usually stream on Sundays, when I'm not doing other stuff. So I think what I'm going to try and do is stream 2 times a week, and have one stream be dedicated to like art, or like another gameplay game through. Another playthrough. Kabooks! Kabooks is here. Hi, Kabooks. Oh my gosh, worm in chat. But yes, the not so secret plan is to do 2 days a week and have an art stream night as an excuse to doodle or work on illustrations and kind of get into that groove on stream. Stock Pixel streams when live. Got it. A nice thing about being in VHive is I stream a lot more. Because I've been doing like collaborations with people, and it's been really nice because it's helping me build a stamina for streaming more often by doing like collaborative events and everything. And that's really motivated me to be like, no, I can definitely do multiple days a week, you know, in the right time frame. And you know, I have some job rollover stuff that's happening in the next few months, so my schedule isn't going to change, but like my workload should be less intensive, so it will like free me up energy wise to do post-work streams, so I can actually like get home from work and not like collapse. But I'm very excited. I've been really, really motivated recently to do more stuff with streaming and all that. It's been fun. Streaming while doing full-time and stuff. It is, yeah. Sometimes I get like a little embarrassed because I'm like, oh, 1 day a week. Frowny face. But it used to be, I will say, it used to be worse, I think, because I wasn't being smart. Here's the thing. You can totally stream while having a full-time job. Obviously, there's that thing of like, a mindset I had to get out of was being like, oh, there's people who stream, like, you know, 4 times a week, even if they're doing other job stuff or something, you know? But, like, literally, quite literally, everyone's different, right? So the comparison is moot. Moot. So I used to not be smart about it, though, for me, because I would stream on Wednesday nights, the longest times, even after I started, like, in college, I would stream on Wednesday nights, because, like, it worked for me more or less. But then I transitioned to having my job, like, 2 years ago when I got out of college and everything, and I didn't change my schedule. You know, I work 12-hour days, including commute. Let's be fair, that includes commuting, like, you know, the morning and stuff. But, like, work locks me in for 12 hours a day, from the moment I wake up to the moment I get home. It's 12 hours. That's a lot. Especially if you have a weird day. So I would be doing that, and then be exhausted, and try and do night streams. 5 days of work, 4 days of streaming, a lot of overlap. Yeah, that too, right? So you'd like have those days where you're essentially like making yourself pull a double, right? You're at work for however many hours, you come home, and then, you know, sometimes jump straight into streaming. So I just wasn't being smart. And it led to me getting demotivated because I was so tired. And I was like, man, I feel like I'm not being funny. I feel like I'm not in a good mood. Like, I can speak very flatly, like, just by default if I'm not thinking. Like, you know, my voice isn't always in tune with the emotional vibe. I'm one of those folks. But I would sound so flat because I wouldn't have the energy to, like, emote. like to sound more like a person, you know? So, like, I was just really shooting myself in the foot because, like, it wasn't making me feel good. I don't think I was, like, super engaging for people. So I got smarter. I was like, okay, I don't want to have Saturdays be my stream day because, like, I want my Saturdays. I usually do stuff on Saturdays. So I ended up choosing Sunday mornings. Long preamble short. That is how I switched to Sunday mornings. Because my idea was that, like, I like doing longer streams. You know, my sweet spot's 3 or 4 hours. I've definitely gone longer, but 3 to 4 hours is a sweet spot most times. Sometimes 5. So I was like, well, if I stream in the morning, I can do, like, 4 or 5 hours or whatever I want to do. And then it's, like, 1 p.m. I have a whole day ahead of me, and, like, that was exciting. Like, I could like, get ready for stream and do all my stuff, and then it'd be 1 p.m., I make lunch, and then bam, I have the entire night, the entire evening, to keep working or doing stuff. And then that was, like, my smart schedule change. So sometimes you just have to examine that and, like, find out what works for you. Because the Sunday switch, I think, definitely helped me. I've had times of literally rushing after getting home. I've done it too, for sure. As long as you don't make stream feel like work, it's good though. You can usually do 40 hours streaming in a month. If you can work full time, you're basically working 5 weeks a month, and that's not counting behind the scenes stuff like video editing or managing social media. Yeah. I feel like it's the opposite for me. Even after my work shift and take time myself home, I feel like I'm in the mood, I'll just stream for a little because I don't have anything else to do. Plus my job cutting hours, it's kind of been the saving grace. I mean, that's not a bad thing, though, because it gives you room for, like... What's the word? My brain was like, for expansion, and I'm like, that's not the word. Gives you room to experiment? It lets you do what you want to do. But yeah, for me, I like my 1 day a week, but I'm excited to try and go for 2. It'll let me, like, play more games, like, I can do, like, 2 playthroughs at the same time. I can just have, like, a day for art if I want there to be a day for art. After all that, you could quite easily find yourself doing 6 weeks of work in 4 weeks. Quick way to burn out if you're not careful. Exactly, that too. There's so much behind the scenes stuff, right? I kind of save myself the trouble because I just don't do certain things. Like, I do my social media, I do my art, and I do my streams, but I don't pressure myself to, you know, try and hit algorithms or something, like, you know, with, like, social media upload. And with video editing, I do all my editing. So, I am the only person I can blame. I like doing long-form editing, where I, edit down playthroughs for my YouTube. I like that. I hit a real roadblock when editing the 999 streams, 9 persons, 9 doors, 9 hours, or whatever. I did a playthrough of that. I don't like that game. And I've hit a bit of a brick wall of editing, because it's gonna be such a long video. It's also a visual novel, right? So, you can't cut out a lot of plot, because it's so plot heavy. And that's really had me being like, God, this is boring. But I also don't like 999, so I think that's my bias. Of being like, ugh, all this boring plot stuff. Whereas I think anyone else would be like, oh, cool. Especially VTubing, or at least starting, because with normal streaming, I never really ran into the case of thinking about monetary topics when doing other stuff. VTubing can be a money pit. Yeah, I don't think about that as much as I should, honestly. because how do I word this? Like, I keep saying that my words are escaping me. It's weird being your own artist. It's definitely beneficial because by technicality, the only thing you lose is time. But it definitely puts you in a weird spot. It makes you liable for certain pitfalls, like constantly wanting to remake everything. Because, like, you can see your improvement more than anyone else. So it feels like you outscale yourself really easily. I've been guilty of that. Of updating assets or making new sprites and everything. You can be your own artist, but it's also like, can someone do it? I was really stubborn for a really long time, and I've definitely talked about this on stream before, where I wouldn't want other artists to make assets for me. In the sense of, like, I was really strong-headed, because I was like, oh, clearly I have to make. If I'm gonna stream and be an artist who streams, even if I'm not streaming art, I have to make all of my assets. If I don't make all of my assets, then, like, that's embarrassing for me. And mind you, this is not a standard I held anyone else to. It's not like this was a thing I was thinking about, like, no. This was just me. I was like, no, I can't do it. And, like, I laugh about it every time this comes up when we talk about these kind of things on stream, because, like, what a dumbass, like, what a dumb thing to think. Like, if you think something like that, that's silly. You're not stupid, I'm stupid. You're silly. But, like, it's the idea that you can't have other people help you, and that's definitely a detriment, because it causes you to put so much weight on yourself for things that is really not necessary. So, like, someday when I do Pixel 4.0 and stuff, we're on 3.0 right now, whenever I do my next design and model for Pixel and all this stuff, I'm going to have other people do assets for the re-debut, you know, when I do overhauls on stuff. One sec, I gotta put more music on. Like, I'm already bookmarking people and saving people and being like, okay, who do I want to do what? So that I can, like, build the thing I'm most happiest with, right? There, new tunes. While we yap about this. One sec. There we go. Especially in this industry, content creation as a whole is still very new. Yeah, exactly. In the relative scheme of things, people are still, like, feeling stuff out, you know? I really like streaming. I'm glad I started doing it. It's one of those things where, like, if I went to myself as a teenager and I was like, hey, guess what you're gonna do? Younger me would have, like, a fucking heart attack. But no, it's just one of those forms of creation I really like. I'm just passionate about making stuff, and this is making stuff, you know? People who do it full-time and are thriving. Yeah, no one understands. No one gets it. And no one knows how it happened. Okay, do I want to fix his face? His face is bugging me. Why is your face bugging me? My handsome lad, why are you bugging me? People who made the algorithms don't understand it. Yeah. I feel like that checks out with all, like, the things that go up, where it's like, oh, this is how this algorithm works, and this one works, and then it's like, actually, no. That's incorrect. That's part of the reason why I personally don't pay attention to that stuff. Like, one goal I have for myself is maybe start posting to TikTok by the end of the year. You know? Because I do have one, I just don't use it, outside of, like, from a viewer standpoint. But that's, like, a goal I have for myself in expanding my content creation TM horizons. It is use TikTok a little bit, for clips or otherwise, God only knows, but I don't know, I find I'm pacing myself a lot, because at the end of the day, streaming is a hobby for me. I want it to be fun, and I don't want it to take up a lot of real estate in my life. In the sense of, like, worry. I don't want it to be a concern to me. You know, like any hobby, you want it to be fun, right? Algorithm is crazy. I stopped caring for it because, in my opinion, there will be that random pop-off for yourself. Yeah. There's definitely a method to the madness, but it's not a method I'm particularly worried about examining right now. Yeah, because my whole deal is just trying to, like, pace myself and just do what I want to do, what I'm comfortable with. Because there's that thing where it's, like, that feeling of being like, oh, I could always be pushing myself more, you know? I could always be, like, pushing stuff out on social media. I could be cranking out art to post all the time, and, you know, that whole debacle of, like, any form of art, you know? It's just like, I don't want to worry about it. Then you gotta capitalize on that pop-off. It's not guaranteed it'll escalate into a larger pop-off. Yeah. Oop, I didn't mean to turn off that layer. Alright, so that's the base done. So now I can start doing expression alts. Alternate expressions. These will luckily be pretty simple, since I don't think I'll end up changing his pose that much. I like networking more than the algorithm. Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. I've been very lucky recently to be able to make a lot of good connections and help out or be a part of the, like, events like these, like the Creative Carousel. And it feels very lucky just in the past month or so to be able to do a bunch of fun stuff. I remember, I think last year, 2023, my, like, New Year's resolutions was I wanted to do more, like, collaborations or branch out and, like, do stuff like this. And it's nice. It feels good to, like, check that one off the old, like, you know, stuff I want to do checklist. Oh my god, I missed the ad start again. I'm so sorry. I'm gabbing too much. I just like yapping. Don't mind me, I love to fiddle. There. Alright, we'll use this as our base. I'm not gonna merge all the layers. I want to see the comparison from this to the original thing. He looks so itty bitty in the original sketch, and then I like drew him for real. Oh, I just remembered that I have Clip Studio 2.0, meaning I can do things in the folders. Very good. Ah, no! It was so painful trying to, like, edit sketches in folders, but wanting to keep the multiple layers until I upgraded to this, and it's like, oh, thank God. I like his head is a little too big for his body. But I also feel like that's his hair. His hair makes his head look huge, just because he has that massive ponytail. Oh, welcome back, everyone. I apologize, I was gabbing so much I didn't even warn you guys about the ads. But that's what the chat messages are for when I'm too busy gabbing to give the heads up. Ah, water. Man, we never solved the debacle of what I'm eating after this. I don't know. I'll browse the food apps and try and decide. Catty, thank you for. It always feels weird to say thank you for petting me. I'm not used to that one yet. Petting BB, easy, off the cuff. Don't even think twice about it. Feels a little weird to say that one. I do want to thank, because it's very sweet. But I'm not used to saying that one. I actually held off on making a pet redeem for myself for the longest time. Because I was like, I don't want people to be weird about it. And then I was like, nah, the cuteness of it outweighs people being little freaklets. Patty pat pet. I'm just opening my notebook so I can see what I wrote for what I wanted for different expressions for these sprites.
Hello? Hi.
Hi, Faye. Hi. Let's see, what did I write for my notes? I had a few basic expressions figured out. Everyone's meeting up. Everyone's saying hi. Here, I'll just do some like common basic expressions, I think. So let's see. Default, frown. I have the script written. I should probably, you know what? 1 second. I'm gonna pull up my script for the game as reference for some of these expressions. I basically need to see if I need to make a sprite for fear, is what I'm checking right now, actually. Let's see. Alright. I got some basic expressions down. Let's see. Oh god, we only have like 30 minutes left. Well, I think I gave myself just enough work then. Because doing these alternate expressions will be pretty simple, because I don't think I'll be doing a ton of posing variation for these. So I'll just need to cover my basic bases. So weird to say I think I'm making him look too cute. This is for a horror game. I can't make him too cute. Oh, that's the wrong layer. Oopsie. Man, I'm so figured out. I'm so glad I figured out. I probably said that wrong. I'm so glad I figured out what was causing my mic scuff earlier. For anyone who missed me explaining at the beginning, I was having this weird feedback issue with my temporary microphone that I'm using right now, until my new one gets in. And a long story short of panic and woe and 2.5 hours of troubleshooting, turns out that this microphone, because this is not my mic, it's a friend's mic that I'm being lent, turns out it hates cell phones. It was screaming at me because my cell phone was too close to it. The second I put my phone in airplane mode, it just, like, stopped screaming. So I think this mic is haunted by a Victorian child who is terrified of cell phones. It was so bad. I was so pressed about it. I was like, this is the worst day this could be happening to me. Not the Victorian child. Pretty sure if I fed this mic spirit kimchi, it would fucking die. Oh, now I'm thinking about the kimchi in my fridge. God. I think at this rate, I'm just gonna make myself ramen, because I have pot stickers and, like, kimchi, and one of my interns gave me, like, pickled vegetables with seasoning and everything. That's good for, like, rice dishes and everything, like pork belly and all that. And I think it'd be really nice to just cook and decompress and make myself a good dinner. As nice as ordering ramen is, I think cooking a funny little meal will be nice. I love kimchi. I've sadly only really gotten to eat grocery store kimchi, which I feel like is not an honest reflection of good kimchi, but it's the only kimchi I got. That's part of the reason why I like eating and getting stuff from the local restaurants, is it's just better. I'll be some fermented cabbage. Kimchi? Sauerkraut? Yes, please. I need to look up dishes that, I can use kimchi in. Because you can just eat kimchi as a side, obviously, or, like, have it with rice and, like, a bunch of stuff. But I want to find, like, stuff I can make with kimchi in it, so I can utilize it better. I'm still looking for, like, new fun dishes to cook to challenge myself. I really like cooking. I feel like I don't talk about it on stream enough, but I don't know if I should say I'm a foodie, but I love cooking and trying new foods and, like, doing more of that stuff. I, made gumbo for the first time, and I was so nervous about messing it up, because everyone says making gumbo is very hard. And I don't think it's easy, but people say, like, notoriously I've heard people say making gumbo is very hard. Especially because you have to do, like, a roux and everything, like if you're doing a super from scratch gumbo, which is what I did. And it's still, like, my favorite thing I've ever made was gumbo. Because I don't know if I should say it's, like, the classic kind of gumbo, but it was, shrimp, sausage, and rotisserie chicken. And, like, the vegetables and everything like that. But it was so good. Definitely, like, my favorite thing I've ever made. God, you can definitely tell I'm hungry. I cannot stop talking about food. Despairingly, I cannot stop talking about food. I hope I make other people hungry. Everyone get dinner. I don't know what my next, like, recipe is gonna be for something I want to try to cook that's, like, more intensive. I do want to make a homemade chicken noodle soup. Not crazy, but, like, I do want to do that. It's still full from the sub. That's how you know it's a good sub. Apparently 1900 calories. Ah, good sub. Good sub fill you. God, speaking of good sandwiches, actually. I'm so hungry. I recently have taken up making what I call Scooby-Doo sandwiches, where I just make really elaborate, nice, tasty sandwiches. Because the local grocery store I live closest to, I do a thing sometimes where the deli will, you know, sell, like, you know, cut meat that they have in the case and everything, but for discount, right? So I'll grab that whenever they do a big batch of it, and just grab a bunch of it. And I will just make these really nice sandwiches. And I did that recently, where I got, like, I had rotisserie chicken, as well as, like, roast beef, and, like, some kind of sliced chicken from this deli. And I also bought, like, a nice, herb and garlic Havarti cheese. And, like, cheese bread, and, like, that was after a really bad day at work. Where I was like, I want to walk around a grocery store and relax. I find grocery stores relaxing when you're shopping and you're just walking around, and I find them relaxing. And I was like, I just want to walk around a grocery store and, like, buy stuff to make myself, like, nice dinner. That's my reward for dealing with, you know, like, day job nonsense. That's my reward. So I just ended up making these, like, really nice, like, sandwiches. I just like going. I have learned that many people dislike the grocery store. I like food, so I like so I like grocery stores. I like walking around and looking at stuff. Figure out my purpose way before I go in so I can go in and leave. Nah, I mean, I do that, but, like, I am fully also ready to just grab a cart or a, you know, like a basket or something and just kind of wander around. Like, I'll usually go in with something in mind, of course. I don't just show up to the grocery store like, all right, time to kill 2 hours. Like, I go for something, but I usually find the grocery store a calming experience. Not always. I do have my days of, like, a bad time, like, where it's, like, just sensory overload to even be in that building. So, not always, but, you know. I have the Walmart app, specifically on my phone, so I can look at the store map or which aisle items are looking. See, that's efficiency. Think of that as efficiency. You're being efficient. So I think you're super smart for that. For me, I'm just so used to my local grocery store. I know where everything is. The largest upset I've had in the past, like, 2 months in terms of shopping experiences, or however long ago it was my local grocery store changed their aisles. Which to a normal person probably sounds not that bad, but to my me, I was devastated. I'd be walking around being like, okay, and this is where the cans of gravy are. And I'd be staring at, like, rice. And I'd be like, why did they move it? Why did they move it? And then that was, like, just 5 shopping trips. It was me confidently walking somewhere to find an item, and then it would be gone. And it caused, like, actual distress momentarily. Because it's like, they moved the thing. Why did they move the thing? Sorry, I need to check something really quickly. Okay, cool, I do have the autism tag on the stream. just to give context on why I am this way. Like, did I add that? I feel like that explains some of the tangents I go on. Like being mad at my local grocery store for moving rice over 2 feet. Yeah, sorry, I should note, not even, like, the things were moved to different aisles. They were literally just moved within the aisle, and it was really annoying for me. Not diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure I've had a level of social anxiety for a while. Well, never bad, but it's gotten better, but I avoid people. I think that's fair. You know your limits, you know? I've gotten more social over time, so I've gotten better at, like, those casual, mundane interactions. I just autopilot. I get that though, as far as I'm aware, I'm not on the spectrum, but that shit bothers me too. I like things to be how they are, you know? It's not like my local grocery store is gonna warn me that they're doing this. Why would they tell anybody? That's so silly. But I wish they would. It just made shopping trips annoying for a while where my flow got messed up. I always, like, went around places in the same order, and then my flow got messed up, and I was like, oh, I can't believe this, now I'm gonna turn around and go all the way back to the other end of the aisle. I know I said I wasn't gonna do different arm positions for the poses, but I think I'm a liar. I think I am gonna do them for some of them. They moved where my energy drink was, so I just kind of bought a coffee out of frustration and left. God, that's a mood. Just to spite them. You're like, you know what, fine, you don't get my money for the energy drink. You get it for the coffee, I guess, but not the energy drink. This is one of those I'll fix it later hands. Is it just me or is time moving fast? I know, we're getting close. We're 20 minutes out. I'm very excited. Not that I'm excited to end stream, mind you, but I'm excited to do the thing. I'm excited to do the raid. It's exciting. This has been a very fun time. I think I'm enjoying it so much more because, like I was saying earlier, I was so worried about, like, scuff and stuff. Like, you know, like, tech problems. I was, like, so worried about it. I was really worried that this was not gonna go good, you know? We were gonna have some scuff TM. But it's gotten, like, really nice, and there's been, like, no issues or anything. And that's, like, such a big relief. I'm gabbing so hard, I'm having that moment where I'm like, maybe I should gab less intensely. I'm just excited. We must, yes, we must. A single tear. But you guys will get to go see Glottal, and I'll be very exciting. And, but what if? Then I would be the ding dong who didn't pass the carousel along. Could you imagine though? I held you guys hostage. Like I understand in reality you could just click over to Glottal's stream and be like, "Hi, we're here." That pixel guy. But I do love the idea of like, imagine if like you could lock people into your streams. That, oh my god, that makes subathon so funny. Could you imagine, like, you can't close Twitch and like you can't like tab out of a stream, you're in it. Like the only way to get out of it is to like restart your computer. Maybe. Sorry, I'm very tickled now by the idea of someone doing one of those like, 48-day subathon things, and there's just people who are like, please stop giving him money. I can't see my family unless the timer hits 0, please. I just want to see my wife. You're my streamer now, but I didn't choose it. That sounds utterly miserable. So here's the thing though, but that would emulate the experience of being a streamer doing a subathon for 48 days. They'd probably end a lot faster if people had to go through the same thing that I imagine the streamers themselves go through. I feel like they would end a lot faster. Mind you, I've never done a subathon or any of those kind of timed events. I've done 12-hour streams, but like nothing that like, is controlled by the people. So most of them are probably very fun, but like, could you imagine, like, I don't know, those people who do those really long ones and like do them straight. That's some metaverse hellscape stuff. Subathon tomorrow. I literally don't have the free time. I could do... Never say never, but I don't think I'll ever do a subathon, because they're just like... I love reverse subathons. I've seen people do them. I love those as a concept. I think they're so funny. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever do a subathon or any of those time things, because like I don't have the time to do like 24 or 48 hours, best, like in an insane situation. I just don't have that much time free consecutively. I could see myself doing a capped one where like I do it for like 24 hours or like a day or like 2 days or something. Prep for a 24-hour stream, only lasts 2 hours. That's the dream. You prep all these events and things, and it's just nothing. Ends immediately. I think it's funny if there is like a reverse subathon where the incentives were like, instead of being money or subs, it was like time left on the clock. So like it's like, oh, 20 hours left, I do this, blah blah blah. But they keep getting worse, right? So in the span of like 10 minutes, like 10 of these achievements have been hit. And what I'm specifically thinking of is stuff like, take a shot, to Bean Boozled, like a bunch of these food challenges back to back to back to back. Where like they have to like do as many of them as they can before the time runs out, because like those are like the awards or like rewards they're giving out and stuff. See, no one's as brave as me. No one's taking shots of vinegar or hot sauce. I have not seen that one, other than mine. Brave's not the word, by the way. Stupid. No one's as stupid as me. Never thought the idea of a reverse subathon. Aren't they? Isn't it fantastic? I should look up and see if I can find any examples. I highly recommend if you can find like a VOD or something of a reverse subathon. They're delightful to me. Subathon, but I just forgot to end stream. You get to hear my life in the background. I struggle to understand when people do alcohol-based rewards for things. I would not drink for monetary things, but I have done a drinking game on stream before. I drank more when I was in college. I really do not drink nowadays. Usually when I drink, it's not on stream, but like socially. So like the last time I drank, maybe not in general, but on stream was while playing the second 999 game, we did a drinking game. Like, I don't know if people have heard of the Kingdom Hearts drinking game, but we basically did our own version of that, but for VLR, that's the letters. VLR. We made our own drinking game where it's like every time this happens, you know, take a sip versus every time this happens, take a shot. How was it? By the end of a 4 or 5 hour stream, I was like the equivalent of 10 or 11 shots. It was fucking brutal. There's a clip. I have a clip of a point where we had to take a shot and I screamed the most guttural noise in my life. Actually, you know what? We're kind of winding down as we get closer to I want to show you guys this clip of the worst noise I think I've made in my life. Not exactly a volume warning, but maybe a little bit of a volume warning. Probably not for you guys. I'm probably screwed, but it's the funniest noise I think I've ever made, which is why I've clipped it. I take a shot for channel points because I'm an alcoholic and need others to validate my drinking habits. Oh my god. Yeah, I did shots of vinegar and shots of hot sauce for 12-hour kind of subathon thing where I had incentives. Alright, let's... It's really weird to watch clips of myself on stream here. One sec. Let's just get this set up for, Oh, look how tiny Firefox is. Alright. I should note, I was doing this with 2 friends of mine who are in this clip. Catboy is, my friend Michael, and Dragon Boy is my friend Paul. Paul is a regular around here. But, so, Michael was not drinking with us. Michael was completely sober. Me and Paul were going tit for tat. Whatever I was drinking, Paul was drinking. So, I think I say in this how many shots I am. That's me, it's Paul. Oh my god, Paul's here. Everyone point and clap. Hi, Paul. This clip tickles me personally, which is why I want to show it. It's really funny to me. Let me know if it's quiet, by the way, when I start playing it.
Oh, as long as you bastards don't show that fucking map, we're safe. Don't you do it to me. I don't remember if they show the map here or not.
They cannot. They cannot. No! Wait.
It's one of the worst sounds I've made.
Another shot, guys.
I don't want to take another shot.
You don't have to.
This was in the second half of the stream. I don't even fucking know how many shots in we were at this point.
Well, okay, to be fair, this
It's a very guttural
is
noise.
small. I can't make that joke, because this one is...
So much.
I want that dead.
I want that to wake up.
Obliterated! It's my favorite quote from Paul ever. I hate him. I want that twink obliterated. I could not tell you how many shots in I was in at this point, but for quick context, the rule that made us drink was we had a rule where every time the map screen showed up, that dot with the beep, 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 every time that showed up, we had to take a shot. We had to edit it, actually, because it happens all of the time. So Yosh, a friend of Paul's, who helped him make this drinking game, for some reason suggested it should be a shot, even though it happens, like, every 10 minutes. So we had to put a cap on it, that it was, like, once per story beat, we take a shot. Or else we would have had alcohol poisoning by the 3-hour mark. But yeah, by the end of the stream, I had like 11 shots. This is when we were like somewhere between the 7 to 10 mark. Like we were in it. It's been a while since we drank on stream. Should we do one of these for the bit? No. If we did one of these for ZTD, the 3rd game in this series for reference, I would die. We would not survive. Good heavens, we would not survive. But yeah, sorry. A tangent, of course, as we wind down for the raid, but like, oh my god, that is one of, I think, my funniest clips, just because knowing me and knowing where I was when that happened, the noise I made in that clip is just so funny. It's such an honest, guttural noise, you know? You can do it and I'll take a shot. No. No, no, no. Don't do it. Don't follow me. You know that thing where it's like, don't go where I can't follow? Don't go where you can follow. Don't do this. Oh, let me turn the music back on before I forget. Oh my god. But yeah, no, I don't do money-based drinking incentives. It's dumb stuff like that, like drinking games. God, oh no, the last time I drank on stream was... That's right, it was on one of Faye's streams. I think it was when I was playing Minecraft with Kabook's Caddy and Faye. And... I think Faye was smoking, and I was like, I'll take a shot. I'll do shots for your smoking. And I took 2 shots. They were awful. I have no good booze for shooting. I had to just do straight vodka. It was awful. I'm never doing it again. I need mixers. I need either a mixed beverage or something that's more comfortable for shooting. I can't do straight vodka. It's awful. Listen to what I say, not what I do. Yeah, exactly. Don't do what I do. It's not worth it. Oh my goodness. Alright. That's what I do. Alright. Oh, I gotta fix my folders. There we go. Okay, perfect. The podcasts I've been listening to, they always talk about what they call man-mosas. It's a mimosa followed by a shot of vodka. Ugh. That made my chest tight. Yeah, no, I do not like straight vodka shots. What I was shooting actually for that stream was it was vodka based, but it was green apple vodka. So it was like sweeter, obviously it was flavored and everything. It was like I don't think it was meant to be drunk straight. I think it was supposed to be like kind of, you know, mixed in with other stuff. But it wasn't like too strong or anything. It was palpable straight. And it was the smoothest shots I've ever done. It's the only reason I was able to do 11 of them. It was so smooth. I think about it all the time when it comes to drinking. If I ever need to take shots on stream for like a game or like I don't know, whatever, I'm gonna be getting some of that stuff. It is delightful. I've had the blue raspberry one of the same brand since then, and I diluted it with, I mixed it with Sprite. It tasted like Blue Freezy, and just, mwah, beautiful summer beverage. I don't contact how it tastes, but they always say the regular bar has stopped bringing them shot glasses and brings them whole glasses of vodka. Alright. God, I got so distracted talking about food for ages, and then talking about, the booze and stuff. Oh my goodness. That's my kind of bar. I haven't drank in a while, but I also mix stuff because drinking it itself would be hell. Yes. Oop, I gotta go. Have a fun rest of the stream. Thank you for hanging out. We should actually get ready to raid, actually. It's about that time. I should see if it's raid o'clock. It's just about raid o'clock, but I should go see if Glottal's ready. Let's see. Alright. So while I get ready to set this up so we can send on the good vibes and everything, thank you to everyone who came and has been hanging out and everything as part of the Creative Carousel. This has been a lot of fun. Good progress was made, even though it was simple progress. It's the fundamentals of what I need to go forward. I had a lot of fun gabbing with everyone. We spent a lot of time gabbing, but I had a really nice time. I'm excited to go eat. I hunger so deeply. That ramen sounds so good right now. But yeah, Glottal is live. Oh yeah, okay, perfect. Alright, so, we're raiding into the next member of the Creative Carousel. I'm not gonna mess up typing their username. And we are gonna get ready to do that. Oh, before I start the raid, let me get the raid message. I may not usually have a raid message myself quite yet, but for this event we do. So I am going to put it in chat, and when we raid into Glottal, please feel free to use the Creative Carousel raiding message to signal that you're here for the carousel. I am gonna double check to make sure my ducks are in a row. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Alright. Thank you for following, Neo. So, thank you for everyone who has been hanging out. It's been very fun today. We're passing on the love for more creative activities. Glottal's already streaming art right now. So have fun, enjoy lurking, enjoy chatting, whatever you're up to today on the carousel and however you're supporting. Thank you for supporting me today. I'm very honored to be part of this. I've had a lot of fun. But have fun, everyone! I'm gonna switch to my logging off screen, and then I will be officially sending you over. Bye-bye!